Hello, you wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are covering one of our favorite topics and one of yours too, which are all of the new Instagram updates and features you need to know about. Let's dive in.
So just before we get right into the new features and updates, just a quick caveat that some of these haven't rolled out everywhere as yet. Some of them might just be in testing, but we saw them enough that we felt that they were worth talking about.
Because we actually don't include everything that's a rumor, it just has one screenshot.
No.
Usually it's like even it's in one of our accounts, and then we're like, okay, if we start seeing it in one or two of our accounts too, then we feel like this might come out, which happens with a lot of stuff sometimes it's even 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line in the end. But some of this stuff, or most of this, already exists and should be rolling out pretty soon.
Yes, and often people ask in the comments of these videos, like, hey, my account doesn't have this yet. Do you know when it's coming? We don't know.
Yeah.
Instagram doesn't tell us. It just rocks
it just
up
kinda
when
happens.
it rocks up. We've logged into, 6-8 accounts each, and they're all different. So with that, the first Instagram feature or update that you need to know about is you could automatically add your reels to stories. So Instagram will now give you the option to automatically share that reel to story, and it kind of debunks this posting reels to story hurts your reach whole thing.
Yeah.
Because if they were downranking content or penalizing accounts who did this, they absolutely wouldn't create a feature to make it easier.
And this one I have actually seen in the accounts because I remember being like, whoa, what's this? So basically where it is right where you would be able to post, share to Facebook, share to threads. It said share to stories immediately. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I haven't seen that on any of my accounts yet.
Honestly, I think the reason that people, and this is just from what we're seeing, is the reason that people feel like their reach is low in stories when they share from their post to stories. So for example, if you post a reel and then you share it to your stories, is because it's likely that's all you do. So we've talked about this before in when it comes to like how to increase your views on stories. And a lot of people actually like post and ghost and then repost and ghost. So they don't use stories, they don't use the feed, they're basically not using the app. So when you do that, people are used to just seeing reposted content from you and it's not engaging. So you need to show up in stories in a way that it should be used, which is you show up regularly and you do it to connect with your audience. You show up behind the scenes, you use engagement stickers, all of that stuff. And repost just in general, a lot of the times it's not as engaging as native content, right? Like something that you create where you're like talking to somebody and people can see it kind of feels more like in the moment. Now, I think memes are a really big contrast to this because some people just curate memes and I follow them because I'm like, oh, I like all the memes that you curate.
And they also sometimes force you to follow.
Yeah, or they exactly. But in the end, if you're still natively posting story content, the slight dip in stories that you might have for that one day that you post your reel to your story, if it's driving traffic amongst the audience who cares about you the most, then it's worth it for you to do it because your story views will pick back up if you continue to just follow the best practices anyways. And we covered, we did a whole video on how the Instagram stories algorithm works specifically. It'll be right here. And we go into like best practices to make sure that your views stay up. So definitely check that out.
And speaking of myths, there was a rumor that saving reels to your drafts before publishing hurts the performance of the reel. And Adam Mosseri, head of Instagram, specifically debunked that. So draft away, go nuts, especially if it helps you stay consistent and stay ahead. There is absolutely no penalty.
There's always so many rumors.
I don't know where
so many things.
start.
I guess it's like out of paranoia with certain things, and I know it's hard. You want to
people like correlating things that don't actually. I thought, oh, maybe people are making it up, or maybe someone from Instagram's leaking. But I think it's just like correlation of things
doesn't always equal causation.
Yeah, particularly with Instagram, and it's sort of. I mean, maybe, but often it doesn't. And at least we got someone. We've said this before. At least Adam for Instagram exists to dispel these rumors.
Exactly.
Which is really nice.
He does really well at.
Every other app could do with that. Yeah. Maybe some others do. We just haven't seen it. And Instagram's the one that's
YouTube does YouTube is probably the other one.
They have that
because they have the creator channel. Yeah.
Next one. So some updates on Instagram's new edits app that I think we talked about in the last one.
Probably because it was just launching, but now they've released so many more updates to let us know because before it was kind of more like a rush because CapCut was being banned.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So they probably had to say, hey, it's coming, guys, chill. Yeah. So if you don't know, Instagram is planning to launch a free standalone editing app called Edits. Very creative, but I like it. It would be considered the official CapCut competitor, as Tiff just mentioned. So it'll be free, which I wouldn't expect anything.
And it's free, but I've seen that it looks like there'll be paid Freemium elements potentially. Yeah, it might be
like
freemium.
I know, like what was the apps?
Which so many of the apps do where you have to like add stuff. The Spotify is still freemium. There's always
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I keep in my head, I'm picturing like before Lightroom, we used, was it Visco?
Visco.
And you could only access some stuff that was some of the filters. Or maybe it was even Hipstamatic way back
Could
in the day.
be. I think, where you pay to edit with video, all these types of things. Like Lightroom actually has a paid version, and I use the paid version.
Gotcha. So the most interesting part to us is in previews that we're seeing like a special label that'll be added to Reels that are edited in the Edits app that says made with edits. So there is a chance that early adopters will get additional visibility on Instagram if they edit their Reels in the new Edits app. And that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's free promo for the app to encourage more adoption of the app. And it's what we'd do if we owned an app that had a crossover with another app, like they also did with Threads by putting Threads in the bio, by making, you mentioned just before, where you can share Reels to stories. You got the little Threads thing, share it to Facebook and Threads. So it makes complete sense. Yeah. And also Reels made with Edit will also be optimized for high quality playback.
Yeah, so that's interesting because it's almost like saying that Instagram has the suppressed version and Reels made with edits will be able to be like, say, full blown 4K or something. That's interesting.
People mention that a lot, actually.
Yeah, so that would be curious to see.
Yeah. So some other features of edits will include the ability to edit multiple video projects at once via a projects tab. There are cutouts editing tools. So they will allow you to isolate specific elements within a clip.
Kind of giving Canva vibes too, a little bit,
they're also going to do still image animation with AI. So obviously more AI. I've seen a few still. My cousin sent me one of my, like a young baby photo of me, and it's creepy.
Okay.
It's weird. It's not good.
Yeah.
So
I can imagine.
I feel like maybe we got a ways to go, but maybe they're not messing around.
Yeah.
You can capture high quality images,
which I saw Mark Zuckerberg doing. Like he was skiing and they were showing like the level of quality. So it's like the camera that's in the Edits app is apparently supposed to capture better quality footage than your camera.
How is that even possible?
That's software. I believe that's software. Because there are actually photo apps that photographers use on the phone that capture better footage.
Than the phone
That's
does.
a science behind photography that we don't understand, but I believe that's a software thing. Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
You can also export stuff from there, like any content without the watermark.
That's smart. Because it'll make it like, hey, edit in here. You don't have to take any extra steps, but use, edit here first, then share on TikTok.
It's going to make it like the
YouTube Shorts.
The premier app.
Exactly.
Like it's really going to take over.
That's smart.
They're being aggressive. So that's probably why it's taking a bit longer.
Yeah.
You can access your video analytics from there, which is cool. So it's like giving a little touch of Instagram. So I imagine that I bet you'd be able to, I don't know if we've said this in the past, but you probably be able to post directly from there. So it's all connected to the app.
I think that's probably what the made with edits maybe comes from, is that you post within the app to Instagram immediately, and that's how they'll tag it. Otherwise, they'd have to know if you saved it and did it.
I would have metadata probably, like often that
or it could just have metadata. Yeah, it'll be. I mean,
probably a bit of both though. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Collaboration opportunities between accounts to view and leave feedback real time. So then that's really great for people who manage multiple accounts or a team of people, particularly us. So we could have the team edit in the Edits app, and then we're able to see it and be
that's convenient because right now all your drafts stay directly on your phone, and that's annoying. Yeah.
And we use
like
different software.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We have to actually use separate software for feedback, to leave feedback and stuff for anyone editing stuff, which is cool, but this makes it a bit easier.
Yeah.
And all of these features may not roll out at the same time. It's just stuff they've been talking about, so expect that, but it seems pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And it made sense to create this app to compete with CapCut, which obviously belongs to TikTok, and it seems they're doing a lot of stuff
smart
TikTok
to take that
does.
Opportunity, Also, it's interesting though too, because technically, and maybe this is why they're continuing, they don't have to rush because TikTok again got another extension as of today for 75 more days. So that could be why too.
Okay.
So where like before they were kind of more having to rush because it felt like, CapCut and everything was gone. But now it's like you don't have to because it's probably going to stay. Like, as we said in our predictions video, like, don't see it really leaving. Don't see it being banned.
No, it seemed a little bit hyperbole to get people scared and whatever. But if it made Instagram do this and we're going to get a superior editing app out of it, then it's a win for us,
Look forward to seeing what it looks like. Yeah, it'd be cool. Yeah. If it's good and it works really well, it would be great and save people a lot of time. It would be awesome. And the whole goal is to make content creation easier. So I really hope that it's great, and I look forward to using it.
And there'll probably be some algorithm changes that'll come along with that because you're going to see more reels, I would imagine.
Yeah,
just
which will
because
keep you up to date on.
Of course, it's our whole thing.
The next Instagram update that you need to know about is actually the shutting down of Notes. So the update is the removal, basically.
Yeah.
So Notes,
surprise.
yeah, not really that surprised, honestly. So Notes was that text on your post in like this little floating bubble. I did see the potential. Like we did test it and we used it. I know people who do use it regularly, but it's like one more extra thing that you needed to do. And I think that was a big part of it,
exhausting.
right? Like where it's like, we're already commenting. Do I need to leave a note if I'm already commenting? I did like that you got a notification. So it did help drive attention to posts.
That's true.
But in the end, it's like, again, another thing. And the reason that they said they're actually removing it is just part of this overall goal that they have to simplify the platform, which we definitely think is a good idea, and pull back on having a ton of different features. So they're really just trying to like clear space and just double down on the features that do drive what they say is like connection and content discovery. And Notes just wasn't doing that. It wasn't having that same adoption. And in the end, for us as users, the less clutter, the better, right? Like the less things that you're concerned about that you're not using, that you're missing out on opportunities for as a business owner or creator, the better.
That's what people were saying in our comments all the time. Every time they're seeing the updates, people are like, thank you for this, but man, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's too much.
I don't
Yeah,
even
it
know
can be
what
too
to do.
much.
And I feel like it's cool and it kept the engineers busy, I guess.
Yeah.
But it definitely is a good thing. Totally.
And it's also interesting because coincidentally, TikTok actually shut down their Notes app, which was their version of Instagram, because they were like, hey, we're copying Instagram, the original Instagram, which as the photo sharing app.
Okay.
So Notes was their photo sharing app, and they're shutting that down, which also kind of gives us insight into the fact that this photo first content is just not being received like it did back in the day. If they couldn't even get enough adoption when they're pretty big. Obviously, they have a very good algorithm and system, and they couldn't force people to just like, because they force short form video, but that means they couldn't force the reverse back to photos. So
even with they always have hey, this person posted in TikTok Notes, or in the notifications, but we don't use TikTok because we're not fans.
Personally,
not personally use it. Like we put our stuff on there, but we don't like hang around on it.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The next Instagram feature or update that you need to know about is that you can now fast forward reels. So that's kind of cool.
That's my vibe.
Yeah. And you can now watch things in double speed, which that is very much.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You hear my stuff in the background.
All the time.
I watch everything.
I can't understand.
I'm all 2X.
too old. Yeah.
I'm like trying to graduate to 3X is my next goal, because YouTube Premium, I got YouTube Premium. I assume that was a premium feature. It could be for everything, but I swear I only noticed it now that I did.
Else.
So so you could do 3X, and I'm like, I need to work my way there. Yeah. Consume it all fast, you know?
I mean, I get
That's
it.
an hour and a half. Podcast turns into an hour and a half. So convenient.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So that actually catches up with the other apps that have had this type of thing for a while.
Yeah.
And it should make the rollout of 3-minute reels more digestible for those who just want to consume the shortest form of content, which is hilarious.
And it's not to say, it's just like,
it's more efficient.
Sometimes people talk a little slower, and I'm like, I actually can receive it faster. Just go with it, you know?
The slow talkers, for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you do, I'm like, can you chill? Like, I can't understand it. I don't
that's
know if
fair.
that's just me. Let me know in the comments if anyone else has trouble with it, because I don't know if I'm just not used to it. I didn't grow up doing that.
I also talk fast, so I think it's I talk fast. My friends talk fast. I guess, I do feel like you.
But
talk
I
fast.
feel like I can't.
Yeah.
And the way you scroll on YouTube when we're on TV, I can't even watch them. By the speed
I'm like, I
it.
received it all.
I'm not that much older than you, so that's why I don't understand. So maybe it's just me, and
Could
I'm
be
like,
my millennial youth.
I'm millennial. Anyways, so to watch a reel in double time, you can just long press at the right edge of the screen, and that'll get that bad boy right into double time. So let us know if that's interesting to you guys.
The next Instagram update that you should know about are new Instagram Insights updates. So they're upgrading Insights to provide more, which we really think is useful data, including your view rate. So this is the percentage of people who watched your reel compared to how many people saw it, which will help you understand how interesting your content is. So that's something to pay attention to. And they're also introducing views over time. So you'll be able to see if your reel gained traction immediately or over time, which also helps you understand the longevity of your content. And they're also adding like just actionable tips, including personalized tips as well. So things that they're going to say like your account should do in order to attract more viewers. So this is actually very similar to YouTube in that way, where I feel like they're giving creators more and more insights so that it can inform how you create content. So it's important, and I'm glad that they're continuing to do that. It's just important that users interpret that data and actually look at it. So if you're looking to grow, pay attention, because that'll let you know, are my hooks working, for example? view rate will let you know, like, if someone's watching it and they stay all the way through, that means you're likely doing something good. But if they're dropping off really early, then maybe you should change the way your intros look in your reels, for example. So valuable.
Yeah, I like that one. The next batch of Instagram updates that you need to know about are all about the DMs. So the first one is that you can now schedule messages in your DMs, just like email and probably a bunch of other services too. So these continued updates to DMs really lines up perfectly with what we've spoken about on this channel regarding DMs being a huge focus for Instagram and having a real impact on the way your content surfaces on their app. So for example, if you notice the person you DM with most often will typically always show up in your first set of stories or your posts on the feed, because that relationship of speaking over the DMs there is weighted heavily in the algorithms. And that's similar. That's why it's really tied to stories. And we did speak about that in a video a while ago with Masuri talking about that specifically, which was the first time I think he'd really expressed that they have full teams.
Dedicated. And they keep saying like 2025 DMs is big for them, that they're really focusing on.
Hence something like ManyChat being
that's why ManyChat works so well.
It's brilliant.
You can check out this video here. We'll pop to learn about, because Craig just filmed a quick automation tutorial, which has made ManyChat so much easier to use. But the reason that ManyChat works so well is because it encourages that DMs through DM automation. So definitely check that out.
Definitely worth. And that quick automation is insane. It's so fast. It's like, it's ridiculous. Like even if you're ever confused by it, it's crazy. And so check
out the videos.
It's very short too. We don't really go too much, but very easy. And with the scheduling, you can schedule up to 29 days in advance. So that's pretty good. At least you can get stuff going if you in the same way you do emails. Now you better do that with DM. So it's pretty cool. And the other DM update is you can now translate your messages into 99 different languages. Which is kind of cool.
And we international, baby. Love it. Love it. They're also working on translating tappable elements, which is cool. Because I had someone even comment and they're like, I saw your things in Spanish. I don't understand what's going on. And I was like, oh, it's working already. Okay. So like your tappable elements, so like say your hook that you write inside the app, or if you're using captions inside of the app, those will be translated. So it helps you reach more people internationally.
On screen stuff?
Yeah. And I think that's actually if you use their, I think it's also interesting because that's like why Mr. Beast exploded, right? Like he really focused on not just the American market, but he manually had people translating for him, and
his whole videos and voice actors and famous voice actors.
YouTube is actually doing something. Did I tell you about that?
No, remind me.
That's not for this video technically, but YouTube is also dubbing videos now in different languages themselves.
Oh, I think you
without
did
us
tell
even
me.
doing it. So AI dubbing. So we're just gonna have a video in French all of a sudden. In full French or Spanish or something. It'll be funny to see. But so obviously the goal is globalization, accessibility, making sure that more people can consume the content. So
here for it.
Not
Let's
a bad thing. Yeah.
I want more people to
just
consume.
Just as long as the translation is good and on point. That's the only
particularly because we're like educational as opposed to just being funny.
They could just say something wild or wrong.
Maybe jokes wouldn't even translate either.
It'll be interesting to see.
Either way.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We'll see how it goes. Those are all the features. Those are all the updates.
It's an interesting one this time.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming back to watch another video. Let us know if there are any updates that you've seen that you think you'll be using or that you're interested in. What would you like to see on the app? And then
I think people, if you are interested in hearing more about this type of stuff, maybe you'd be interested in our membership channel.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, because we do more deeper dives into things like this and have kind of more lengthier conversations. So,
link is always in the description. Less than $5 a month. It's a bargain. And we do lives every 2 weeks, along with you get discounts, you get free digital products as a whole. It's
we do
awesome.
Trainings,
and the trainings have been going off lately.
Yeah,
so
trainings are slaying.
I think we're going to ramp those up and do more.
Yeah, we're going to do even more group trainings because they're really fun for us too. Because we get to do deep dives into topics and things like that in there. So yes, check it out. $5 in the description box below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and check out this video next. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.